Spinach and cheese inside of a pastry? Are you kidding me? Yes. This is gonna be really good. Oh my God. I'm stopping my foot if you can't hear that.
Hi guys, I'm Turtle.
And I'm Bear, and we're the Gallivanthropologists. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we're going to be wrapping up our series on Slovenia.
And Slovenia was awesome. You can go back and check out our other videos. We've linked them down in the bottom. But we're going to wrap up today the way that we've been wrapping up all of our series, and that's eating. It's one of our favorite things to do. And we've worked a little bit of it into the other videos this time. But we went to Ljubljana. And we talked about that last week, and we actually had enough like little food sections here and there so that we could do a whole section on what to eat when you're in Ljubljana. So anytime I see street corn, I usually get it. I know it's not from Slovenia, although I'm sure it's grown here. We've seen a lot of corn growing here, but corn is from Mesoamerica and made its way over here in the last few hundred years. But it's always good, and so I'm gonna always stop and get some. I'm gonna have a piece of corn.
What?
Good corn. Over a wood fire. This is crispy and yummy. And the corn smelled good and it looked good and they had a nice char to it, and we just got it with a little bit of butter on it, but it probably wasn't my favorite corn that I've ever had. The view was awesome. And it was definitely better than the Mexican corn with all the like mayonnaise and crazy crap on it that really I did not like in Valladolid.
It was weird.
And it was before our Peruvian corn thing, and I know you really like the Peruvian corn and you guys will have to check that out, but I wasn't a big fan of that either. So this is like third worst corn that I've ever had on the street, but one of the best views I've had corn. So it was good.
Well, luckily the next street food-ish snack that we suggest was much better.
We're here at a Burak shop, which is a regional favorite. It's essentially like this pastry. It usually has like meat or cheese or something like that in it. And this is apparently the best place in Ljubljana to get Burak. Burak Olympia.
You can tell it's popular based on the line. That's one of the things we look for. If there's a long line, oftentimes it's really good. They had a lot of different options too, so we were able to get like one of like 4 different things. It was delicious.
Spinach and cheese inside of a pastry? Are you kidding me? Yes. This is gonna be really good. Oh my God. I'm stopping my foot if you can't hear that. This is like, it's kind of like a spanakopita, but it's got like a lot of cheese, and like the dough inside hasn't been totally cooked, so it's kind of chewy. Really good. Greasy, so take the napkins, but wow. Really good.
I got the potato Burak, and I mean the dough is just so soft and thin. It's got potatoes and herbs, and it looks so good. And if you are going to get a Burak, this is the place to go. They have signs everywhere saying they're the best, at least for the past like 10 years. They're local favorites. There was quite a line. I'm very hungry. That's really good. So it's got the little potato cubes in here. You can see that. But it also has like the mushy potato from like a potato pancake. Really good.
Check out the cross section of the dough. It's so thin. Yum. That's really good too. I don't think you could get a bad one. I think they're all really good.
And this is the pizza flavor.
Yep.
So the Bureks all come wrapped in this nice paper which sucks up a lot of the grease. And this one was made for us like right there while we were waiting. This is the meat kind. It's like a very herb-forward ground beef mix. It was very good, not quite as good as the pizza one was, but this is definitely my second favorite. Got some nice Mediterranean flavors in there. And even if you've been eating all day, there is always room to grab something for later.
We're just walking downtown and I saw this really cool shop, and they actually have bear salami. It's locally sourced from Slovenia.
Yeah, we stopped into this cool little shop and they had bear salami, and as you guys know, my nickname is Bear, so of course I had to try bear.
Yeah, I've had turtle a couple of times, and I can't say that it's my favorite, and you'll have to stick with us till Slovakia when we actually ate the bear sausage to know whether Brendan's now addicted to eating all of his brethren or whatever. And because we had to head home that night and wanted to cook some things that we saw, we went by the market as well. They have a really beautiful market that was right around the corner.
And all that walking around, of course, made us hungry. And good thing, because our next meal was gonna be filling.
This is the #2 restaurant on all of TripAdvisor, and it's right here in Old Town. And so we're gonna stop and have a tasting menu, which is like a little bit of everything, but also it looks like you can pop in here and buy some groceries and some nice wine and a lot of really nice meat. Hopefully it's going to live up to its reputation. And you just sit right out here. So right next to the lock bridge where you can come if you want to like lock your love in forever. They have fresh beer and fresh gelato and just a whole lot of stuff. And there's this nice little seating area out here with this beautiful family that's just like, looks like I should hang out with. You really need to see how red this is. It's almost like cranberry juice.
It's very...
It doesn't have much legs. Not a lot of alcohol.
Taste that.
Okay, so everything on here is Slovenian made products from Prekmurje region, which is about 200 kilometers away. Here we have some Carniolan sausage. Left to it is dried salami. It's from Krško-Poljski pig, which is like an autochthone sort of pig in Slovenia. Then we have prosciutto, which is from Angelica, which is also like a local pig breed with very high quality meat. So the pig is famous for its hair. Then we have some cooked ham and a little bit of Prekmurje style ham, which you'll also see is very similar to prosciutto, but it's made without the bone and dried under the roof instead of the wind. And then we have some pork cracklings in the middle.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you.
So apparently the pig that makes this prosciutto is very well known for being hairy and high quality meat. It looks really nice. It's very transparent. It's very tasty. Let's get back in there. We've got cracklins. I know all about this, being from the south. It's basically fatty portion of the pig, and they throw it in the fryer and they fry it up. It's usually really good and very salty. Chew that one slow. Don't want to break a tooth. We've got a beautiful assortment of tomatoes and some cucumbers, some nice fresh bread. Very exciting. And we've got condiments. Who doesn't love a good sauce?
This is a locally sourced boar salami. It's got good flavor. It's not normally as greasy as most salamis, which is normally my problem with salami. It's pretty good. I'm really excited to try more of the sausage because I liked it from the other place. And the sauces I would like to definitely dig into. If I can find room somehow.
Don't have room.
Okay. That's a really good honey mustard. I love honey mustard.
I'm gonna get a nice piece of this ham here because I like a more traditional, almost American styled ham, which is what this more looks like. I like the dried stuff, but it usually ends up a little bit too greasy for me. It's a good ham. It's a little smoky, which is nice, so you can tell that they smoked this ham. And it's got really good texture. Thinly sliced, very thinly sliced for a traditional ham, which is nice. And here comes our cheeses. So we are going to really be pigging out on this portion of it. I would say this was pretty much my favorite meal that we didn't cook in Slovenia because we had some really good ones that we cooked. And most of that was because it was so diverse and you could switch from one thing to another, and everything came from like less than 100 miles from there. And so that reduces your carbon footprint a little bit. It also makes sure that all of the money from that is staying in country. And so it's going to this farmer and this farmer. And that always makes my heart feel a little bit good. So it made my stomach feel good. It made my heart feel good. And it was a delicious meal. So much like our cheese plate and our meat plate and to some extent the bread, this episode is coming to an end, and we ate really, really well on our 5-hour food tour here in Ljubljana. And we hope that you enjoyed it, and we hope that you come over here and enjoy some of their food because it is a great place to eat.
There's also just a bunch of great restaurants. I can see why it's a really popular backpacking location. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys saw a place that we went to that you want to go to, let us know in the comments. If there's another place next time we're in town that we need to check out here in Ljubljana, let us know. And as always, find yourself on the journey. Fooled you. You thought we were done? We're not done yet. We also get this little cake with our charcuterie, and it's a traditional cake. It's got apple and cottage cheese and poppy seed and the nice phyllo stuff that they like to use in their pastries. It's just a couple of bites. That's a perfect tasting, especially because we're pretty full, but you guys can see that it's got a bunch of different layers. Looks really good. It's really good. It's got a really good texture to it. The apple is sweet and the rest of it's a little, bitter, so it balances itself out really well. It's nice and warm, and just a nice little dessert to end our meal.
And now we're actually done. We had our dessert, and oh, what a great trip.
Yeah, we really had our cake and ate it too.
Yeah, absolutely, and I hope that you guys are enjoying this and having your cake and eating it too. It is almost Christmas time here in the States, and we're gonna take that week off, and we'll be back to you guys on New Year's Eve, but thank you as always, and I hope that your family is well and that you enjoy your holidays.
And as always,
Find yourself on the journey.